first off, I'm going to start with my helmet. You always want to make sure you have a good helmet on. Rocks hurt, all right? So you want to make sure your temples are covered. A visor's always nice, keeps the sun out of your eyes. Moving down, you can tell that I've got a PFD, a personal flotation device. This is going to help float me in case I swim out of my boat for some reason. Keeps me high on the surface. Makes me a lot safer so I can get to shore faster. Today I am wearing a dry top. Water's getting a little chilly out, so you want to make sure you have proper gear on for the weather conditions. That's going to vary depending on seasons. So I've got a dry top on. I've got some splash pants here. It's going to help keep me warm while I'm in the water teaching this roll. Moving down, this is my spray skirt. This is going to go over the cockpit rim here of the boat. It keeps the water out so that way the boat doesn't fill up as we're going through the rapids or we're doing our rolls. Moving on down, this is a whitewater style paddle. It's about a 45-degree offset. You just paddles are going to vary in size depending on the size of your boat and also the length or the height of the person using them. Next up, very critical piece of safety gear. It's called a throw rope. You can open these up. Every kayaker should have one of these. You open it up, pull it out. When you're scouting a rapid, your buddies are running a rapid, you always want to make sure you have your rope there. So if something happens, someone swims out of the boat, you can throw them a rope, get them to shore. All right? Moving down, this is my boat. This is a creek boat made by Liquid Logic called the Stomper. Whitewater boats are very different in their construction from recreational kayaks. Tougher set of plastic. This has inner walls, kind of gives it a skeleton and a backbone. It's going to hold up a lot better to the forces that the water's going to put on it, so it's not going to flex so much. All right, well, I think it's time to get wet. All right, so I'm going to slide in the boat here, get myself set and ready to slide in the pool. I want to get in the boat, drop down in my seat here. I've got hip pads helping hold me in. My knees are up underneath these braces. And I've got some foot braces down here that my feet are pressed against, just the ball of my foot. I don't want to be too loose in this, and I don't want to, be too tight. You want to just kind of have a nice, comfortable fit. Give this little ratchet here, kind of bring up my back band, put on my spray skirt. A lot of people think these things hold you in the boat, but they don't. If you want out, you'll get out. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around here, check all my seals. I've got grab loop and a grab loop out. This is how I get out of the boat if I gotta swim. So, cool. So let's slide on in.
Good.
What we're going to be learning today is called a C-to-C roll. A few basic parts of it. There's 3 steps actually. First is our setup position. Paddle goes parallel with the boat. We tuck ourselves forward. That way we're protected. Our helmet, our life jacket, that's going to take any hits from any rocks that we might encounter while we're upside down in the river. When everything calms down, we're going to move from our setup position to our step number 2, which is called our sweep. I'm going to explain all of this a little bit further and a bit more in detail here in just a second. But basically, my right hand's going to sweep out from the boat till it makes a 90-degree with the boat. From that point, I'm going to contract my right side down towards the bottom of the pool here, and I'm going to do a hip snap involving my right leg. So, it's going to look a little bit like this. As you can see, the last thing that came out of the water was my head. Keeping your head down is the whole secret to this thing. Alright? Cool. Alright, so this is our brave volunteer, Joey. He's going to help us out today with this. First thing that I like to always talk about when I'm talking about rolls is the hip snap. The hip snap is the key to all of this. There's no magic thing you do with your paddle. It's all right here. Alright? So Joey, what we're going to do, I want you to take your hands, put them on top of mine, please. Now go ahead and I want you to put your right ear on top of your hands. Alright, cool. So, from this point, he needs to relax his left knee, and he's going to let the boat roll over. Now what I want you to do, I want you to drive up with your right knee as you drop your head towards the bottom of the pool. 1, 2, 3, go. No, you've got to drop your head towards the bottom of the pool. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Nice. All right, sit up. Pull. So, did you feel how you had to release the pressure from your left knee to then drive up with your right? And as we saw, when he picked his head up and tried to push his body out, nothing happened. So, you've got to, this is one of these weird things, you've just kind of got to have faith in it. You've really got to let your head drop down so it comes out of the water last. All right, let's do a couple more of those hip snaps. Ready, Joey? Bring it over. Now snap it up. Really snap it up. You gotta really drive with that right knee, okay? Nope, you're picking your head up again. So, drive up with your right knee and drop your right ear to your... There you go. Nice. All right, bring it back over. Let's do that again. Nice. All right, sit up. Let's relax. Cool. For hip snap, I'm going to give Joey back his paddle, and we're going to work on the rest of this roll. There you are, sir. All right, first things first is our setup position. So, like I showed you before, what we want to do is take our right hand, we're going to move it across here. Our left thumb goes down just by our hip. At this point, you really want to wrap around the boat as much as you can, all right? You want to kind of cock your wrist around the edge. Ideally, when the boat settles out upside down, we're going to be able to feel air on our knuckles, okay? So Joey, I'm going to tip you over towards me. I'm going to be holding you right here so that way your head doesn't go underwater. And I just want you to stay in this setup position until I move you through the sweep part, okay? All right, so I got Joey over here. What we're going to do now is we're going to take our right hand, move it out towards our forehead, leaving our left thumb in contact with the bottom of the boat. There we go, just like this. Notice he's wrapped up around the boat, right hand punched up really high, nice stretch. So, Joey, what I want you to do is you're going to contract your right side down towards the bottom of the pool. In a split second after you do that, you're going to do that hip snap we've been working on. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. You've got to contract your right side down. All right? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Not bad for your first try. All right, Joey. So, we're really wrapped up around the boat. We're wound up like a big rubber band right here, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to take this part and I want you to bring your forearm to meet your thigh. Like that. Make sense? Give me that. All right, I'm gonna bring you back over. Your head's not going underwater just yet. All right, sweep out. All right, just like that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Nice. Good job. As you can see, when Joey came up, his right ear was on his right shoulder, making it come out of the water last. His left hand had stayed just about his center line, so it was good to go. Nice hip snap. Let's do it again. Ready? Set up position. Sweep out. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Nicely done, nicely done. All right. Sweep it. Nice, nice. All right, so now we're gonna have Joey go through the roll step by step, show us the whole thing. Joey, are you ready? Let's go to setup. All right. Whenever you're ready, flip over. So Joey's in his setup position. He's moving to his sweep. All right, and there's our hip snap. Notice his head is down, so he's up.
Woo! Awesome! Go.
Now that we all know how to roll, we're going to turn on the wave machine here, and we're going to play around. This is why we learned to roll anyway. So thanks for joining us. Check it out.